What are the changes to the Dynamics 365 CRM exams, and how will they affect you if you're taking the exam? Hello, I'm Philip Burton of idodata.com. In a previous video, we had a look at the MB-220 Microsoft Dynamics 365 marketing exam and its fairly big changes in terms of number of bullet points being added. In this video, we're going to have a look at the 210 sales, 230 customer service, and 240 field service exams. So the first one to look at is the MB-210 Dynamics 365 sales functional consultant. And the major change which has happened here is that this percentage has changed. So perform configuration was 25 to 30%. It's now going to be 30 to 35%. And with those additional 5 percentages, you have a new section. And that section is Configure Model-Driven Apps, which consists of create and configure forms, views, and sitemaps. Now, as I said in the video to the MB-220, this is more of a background change, because if you want to have the certification that comes with the MB-210, which is the Microsoft Certified Dynamics 365 Sales Functional Consultant Associate, then you're required to pass the PL200 exam, which includes Configure Model-Driven Apps. So the fact that it's made its way into this is a bit surprising, I would say. But then again, Dynamics 365 uses the same interface as the model-driven apps. But secondly, it's a bit surprising because it asks you to create and configure forms, views, and sitemaps. The changes to the MB-220 also include charts and dashboards. So it's just a bit surprising that they weren't included in the MB-210 at the same time as being included in the MB-220. Now, the reason why it might be like this is because they were already there in the MB-230 exam, so the Customer Service Functional Consultant. If I have a look at the exam skills outline for this exam, and if I scroll down, you'll see that we have those 3 bullet points here. So maybe they've copied them from the 230 instead of the new ones in the 220. Now, there are a lot of capitalization changes. So in other words, implement advanced similarity rules. The words advanced similarity are now in capital A, capital S. Aside from that, the changes to the MB-230 has been a change in the focus. Manage cases and knowledge management used to be 20 to 25% of the marks. That's going down to 15 to 20%. Manage queues, entitlements, and SLAs is going down to 10 to 15. So if they're going down, what's going up? Implement customer service workspaces is doubling to 10 to 15%, and implement Microsoft Power Platform is going up not to 10 to 15%, but to 15 to 20%. So there's a real emphasis now in the MB-230 exam on implementing Microsoft Power Platform inside of Dynamics 365 customer service. If we change to the 240, the field service, then we'll see that these percentages are not actually changing, but there are additional bullet points. So for example, in configure settings, this is where we have the create and configure forms, views, and sitemaps. But in addition, we've also got enable and disable work order pricing and enable simplified work order commands. In manage bookable resources, we have a new bullet point, the setup resource work hours extensibility. If we go down to the mobile app, then we've got a new bullet point of configure mobile booking calendar control. And if we go down to implement assets and connected devices, then under the IoT, the describe use cases for the Internet of Things, we've got 3 new bullet points. However, those 3 bullet points you can completely ignore because it's actually a repetition of these 3 lines. Someone at Microsoft, I think, has made a bit of a mistake there. So what changes are there therefore for you if you're going to take these exams? Well, the biggest changes I would say are for the MB-240, in that there's a few additional bullet points like the mobile booking calendar control and the setup resource work hours extensibility and work order pricing and simplified work order commands. However, the changes in the MB-230 and the MB-210 is a slight additional emphasis on being able to use views and forms and sitemaps. So in other words, being able to construct the elements of your own model-driven app. In the MB-230, there are some changes in the percentages, and implement Microsoft Power Platform has certainly gone up from 5 to 10% to 15 to 20%. However, overall, the changes in the MB-210, 230 and 240 exams are not as extensive as the MB-220. So if you've prepared for the previous version, then you'll be fine for this. So how can I help you? Well, if you're new to Microsoft Dynamics 365, then why not have a look, instead of these exams to start with, at the MB-910. So the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Fundamentals CRM takes you on a whistle-stop tour of marketing, sales, customer service and field service. So in a little over 4 hours, we'll be looking at each of those and seeing the broad capabilities of each of them. Now, if we go into the certification, you remember that I was talking about the PL200, and this is a required component if you want to have the certification at the end of the day. So what is the PL200? Well, this is all to do with the Power Platform, and I've got some courses if I can help on this. So first of all, we've got the PL900. This course is at the same level of difficulty as the MB-910. So it just gives you an overview of the Power Platform. So not just the model-driven apps, but also Canvas apps. And additionally, we have Power Automate flows, virtual agents, and Power BI and the AI Builder. So in a little over 7 hours, then you will have a good overview of all of these various components of the Power Platform. Then in the PL100 course, we then get deeper. This is the actual making of the apps maker. So we'll have a look at how to create Canvas apps, how to create model-driven apps, how to create Power Automate flows. And then we can see how we can share Power BI reports and add existing tiles or dashboards into our model-driven Power App. And then the PL200 course is the follow-on. So we've already made all of the Canvas app and model-driven apps that we need. So these are the additional requirements for the PL200, such as how to manage solutions, create portal apps, more about Power Virtual Agents, and the AI Builder. So these 3 courses, when added together, will bit by bit cover all the requirements of the PL200 exam. And then if you take it in combination with something like the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Customer Service Functional Consultant, will get you the associated certificate. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, then please click the like. Why not subscribe and click that bell? That way you'll be notified of any new videos. If I can help you, please have a look at my Udemy courses. Links to them are included in the description to this video. Thank you very much for watching this, and keep learning.